DJ Star.
I take you out like a dinner date. Fuck boy, you been a fake, you been afraid of my niggas, man. Anyway, my niggas straight, so that mean my business straight, my bitches straight. Benji Banks, your bitches stay on my Twitter page. Beef, I'm about the shit. I ain't with no squash shit.
Well, we're back for another episode of the Cal Podcast. We're on our second season for people who don't know. First season we wrote in the book. Last week we had a guest. Let me say that back. Our guest didn't show up last week, and so we just kind of talked about some stuff, what we planned for the second season. But we had to make a switch tonight because our end of the month conversation, we pushed it up a little bit out of respect because the person who said he was gonna do it had some plans. So I like, let's do it. So for our Pride Month, we got my homie. So let me run down the list. So she from Louisiana. Is it New Liberia?
New Iberia.
New Iberia. She's from New Iberia, Louisiana. For those who don't know where it's at, I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere near Lafayette or something like that. She's worked with Mr. Kane. Who else she worked with? That's on a rapper I know. Big. She also does a lot of promoting. But recently, the most thing I'm most proud of her is that she actually went back to school and got her degree from Minis State University. I was so happy for her, so proud of her. So, welcome to the Cal Podcast, the one, the only, Sue Woo.
What's up?
So we wait for Quita and Perk get on. They're gonna be surprised when you get on because they don't know we made this this substitute for the day. But Sue, welcome to the Cal Podcast.
What's up?
How you feeling today?
I'm cool. Just been watching 80 million sports, soccer, basketball, baseball. Trying to find a haircut. But other than that, just about to enjoy these days I got off for Juneteenth.
Okay, so you into sports heavy like that?
Oh yeah, I used to play in school. So like basketball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, all of that. I even watch soccer if it's on.
Yeah, I mean, I watch soccer around the World Cup, but I only watch it like when I'm in the gym. And the reason why I watch it in the gym is it kind of gets me going, but I can't watch soccer too much longer than that.
I got real bad ADD, so stuff like that, just watching that back and forth.
Soccer review. Now I'm a big baseball guy. Now, only thing is I can't watch it on TV, but if you take me to the game, I'm good.
See, and I don't know. I can't watch it, I guess, because I played it. I'm a Braves fan. They're like the biggest underachievers in life. But I'm a ride for the Braves. That's always been my favorite team.
My grandma used to talk to David Justin.
For real?
Yep. And she left him when she found out he was fucking with Halle Berry. Well, let me put it like this. She found out when she was the side chick.
Was that one when like he hit the home run as Halle Berry in the...
I don't know the details of the story because I was young, but like he used to fly out to Atlanta almost like every couple of days from the game because from Atlanta to Jacksonville ain't nothing but like a 2-hour flight.
Right.
So yeah, but she used to talk to David Justin. Like I still got a jersey that he signed, but I don't. I take that back. I gave it away. I'm lying. But baseball, I root for the Florida teams, the Florida Marlins and the Tampa Bay Rays.
Speaking of Florida, I promise next time I'm in Jacksonville.
Yeah, because you hold me on that situation. Because I really had 2 spots I wanted to take you to. I wanted to take you to my taco place, my Mexican joint place, and I wanted to take you to this club, the strip club let me take that back. Not the strip club, the cigar bar I go to. But it's always women there.
I'm about to say, what's a strip club? My friend that I was with in Georgia, she was laughing because I had like this stack of money like this, and she was calling it my drug money. So I'm kind of glad you take me to the cigar bar.
Oh, wow. But anyways, uh, since it being Pride Month, and you were supposed to end our podcast this month with a bang, we're just gonna go ahead and get it now. Sue, how do you feel about Pride Month?
I mean, I actually got a chance to go to World Pride in New York.
That was
I think that was in 2019. That was the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riot, which happened in New York, and that was an experience in itself. Like, you see all these people. I think we walked like 50 blocks that day, but it was cool. Just a lot of different people, a lot of businesses, a lot of corporations. I think the main reason for Pride is that a lot of the way these companies are using it to their advantage because they know gay people like to spend money. It's kind of, I'm iffy on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
no, it's like what they're doing with Juneteenth.
Yeah, like the main reason for it is because I mean I don't know how familiar you are with it, but Pride really became a big deal like in the 50s and the 60s because they were literally arresting people for going to the bar and drink. Like if they felt like you was gay, they were arresting you. And then when the riots happened, it was like this big deal, like, be proud of who you are. So for these companies to come in and kind of make money off of it, it's interesting.
We live in America. It's a capitalist country. So whenever they can see a chance to get $1, they're gonna take full advantage of it.
Like I saw the Tupac estate did a Pride T-shirt, right? And I mean, I'm not gonna say Tupac wasn't. I mean, he went to art school, so I'm sure he was around a whole lot of gay people. I mean, look who some of the people he dealt with, but I don't think that would have been something he would have rocked with.
Well, for me, first of all, I got no problem with it because I dealt with it my second year at Graham. But my whole thing about it is, hey, listen, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. I ain't got no problem with it. Just don't try to pull me into it. So, yeah, it is what it is to me. So I ain't tripping about it. I'm happy. To me, I think for more people, it's kind of a way for them to come out the closet. They wait to Pride Month.
Not really. Not really. So a lot of people don't know this, but I have a cousin who's transitioning from male to female. And it's one of the things where it's like everybody knew. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And honestly, the Pride isn't when people come out. People come out on Halloween.
Oh. Why Halloween?
Because it's a dress-up day. You have a lot of gay males that dress up as females, and it's weird. But nah, I don't think Pride is a time for people to come out. I think Pride is just like Black History Month in the sense that it's more. I look at it as it's a more time like to educate. Like I always tell people, like with me, like I can't make you like me, I can't make you understand me, but I can at least try to educate you. I can tell you my story. I can tell you pieces of my cousin's story, people that I know personally. But I mean, at the end of the day, everybody will still have their specific opinion on it.
Okay, so when did you know, like, yeah, I'm done with penis?
The crazy part, me and one of my coworkers had this conversation a couple of weeks ago. I would say I probably knew when I was like 13 or 14, but I didn't actually act on it until I was like 19.
Okay. So you were
I live
still
in
just
I live in a small town. And it's one of those things where it was like at the time, being in a small town, the only people that I think I knew probably like 2 people that were gay, maybe 3. And they were all dudes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably more, but it was probably real quiet about it. I'm gonna be honest with you because yeah, Grambling ain't but so much big, but Jesus, boy, some stuff going down. So ain't no telling. But so you was kind of fumbling with it. 13, 19, you out and about. Who's the first person that you actually told?
My
Or,
best
or
friend.
okay.
So this, everybody knows I'm older than what I look. So at that time, we were deep on uh, Yahoo chat and AOL chat and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So it's easy to have, these internet girlfriends and boyfriends and stuff like that. So I had like these specific people that I would talk to. And then I had like my first girlfriend online. And I told my best friend about it.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
And then I met somebody locally, and one day she called my house to talk to me and told my mama.
Damn.
And I don't know where I was, but I came home and I was literally an intervention, me, my mama, and my 2 sisters. And they were like, so what's going on? And I'm like, like this is at like 17 or 18. So that's why I said like I always had the attraction, but I didn't actually act on it until I was like 19. My bad, my little niece in the background.
You good, you good. This a Cal podcast. Until we can actually get this thing in the building, we take what we can get. So it's all good. Go ahead.
Next
Go
thing you
ahead.
know, she gonna come running hollering, "Hey, Sue!" But we had this whole intervention, and my mama told me it was a face. And I said, "Okay, we'll see." And then I think I got my first actual girlfriend when I was like 20 or 21. And she stayed in New Orleans. So we would go back and forth, back and forth.
Oh,
and my mama was always like, be mindful, you have nieces and nephews. You have, you're in a small town. So like we never did like the whole PDA thing. None of that. It was always, if you see it, she would think we were just cool.
Mm.
Small town living.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did the B2K chat room. That thing used to be popping.
I did.
She wasn't my girlfriend, but we was almost there. Her name was Yogi, and right before we would start to do a little bit more, and I mean talking about like dating, because it was like 14, 16. We just meet at spots like that. Her dad was in the military, and they moved to somewhere in California, and it was just crazy trying to
I
keep
used to
up
be in Yahoo chat.
I
I was in
there.
Yahoo chat when Soldier Boy used to be in there in the music room, the hip hop rooms, African American chat. They had the African American lesbian chat. We used to be all up in there.
Yeah, the Yahoo and the L. Well, let me tell you, I ain't do Yahoo. I was on AOL, but I was scared because at the time that's when they started coming out with the what do you call it? How to Catch a Predator.
Mm-hmm.
That's when them documentaries started coming out around by that time. So I was like, I can't trust nobody. I'll go in there, but I'm like, I can't trust nobody. So
listen, webcams. I
wasn't on that yet. I wasn't on that yet.
Hacking group. we used to be lit. I still remember I had all these Yahoo hacking names.
Oh man, y'all did. Like we didn't have the camera yet, so we ain't really couldn't. I really couldn't do much. So, but yeah, I was in the B2K chat room. Welcome to the meeting, Quita. Sharing plug.
Hi, Florida. What's up, Sue? How are you?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. We had to make a quick. Don't do that. We had to make a quick substitute, and Sue said she could go tonight, so we got Sue in for Pride Month. So
Yay!
Sue, do you follow Quita on Snapchat?
I don't think so. I don't really be on Snap.
Oh,
I
It's okay,
post Snap,
Sue.
but I don't.
You're not missing anything. I promise.
well, throughout the whole season, I promoted her Snapchat, and I told everybody it was a nasty Snapchat. You might like it. So
It's a nasty Snapchat.
It's really not. It's a regular Snapchat.
It's regular now.
Because of OnlyFans.
I got you.
Yeah, Quita.
My Snapchat is Sue. I used to post a lot. If I'm at a party, like we got a party next Friday and Saturday, I'll probably post some of the stuff from the party. But I don't really be on there.
Yeah. So Quita, you just got on. Me and Sue was telling us her 13, she started feeling some way about women. In 19, she acted on it, and how her parents found out her Yahoo girlfriend called the house and told her mama, and they had an intervention about it.
Sew me up.
Yahoo.
That's what
Yeah.
You think I'm making this up? I just heard
You
it from the
don't
horse mouth.
Like when I say Yahoo, like we were on Yahoo, but she was from like Burbridge, which is like 20, 30 minutes, 45 minutes from me.
Okay.
So we were still in Louisiana. She called my house one day and my mama answered the phone and she was like, "I'm Sue girlfriend." My mama was like, "Wait, what?" And I come home, I think from like a football thing or something to intervention.
That is horrible. Oh, she was dumb. You gotta go.
Don't worry.
Like,
Sue done been through many, so it was a test.
Oh,
so you're a thigh.
We'll get that down the road. We'll get that down the road. So
no, I'm not. Not no more.
Not no more. Sue got a girl. I mean, like Sue got a girl, and then she been faithful after she got this degree. So that's Sue past life. Okay. That was Sue Woo.
Sue Woo.
That was Sue Woo back in the day. Now just Sue. So Sue, 19, you finally out there. How does it feel to be single and living the life?
Oh, I've let me just say I've never really been single. It's some other stuff, but I had my first girlfriend and I like attention. And because she stayed in New Orleans, once we got like the 2-year mark, my first real girlfriend.
Oh, by the way, this is Hennessy.
What's that? Okay. Shut up.
All right, go
ahead. Like grape juice.
Go ahead.
So we stopped talking, and then I met this older female that I used to work with, and we started this thing up until I moved to Monroe. And I moved to Monroe in 2010. So from like 2005, 2006, in between that, I was just kind of fighting a little bit, but really just chilling. But once me and her got into this thing, life just got interesting. She was older, and like I said, small town, and got caught up in her, and I can admit now that this girl had me so wrapped around her finger, she would tell me the sky was black, and I'm looking at it and it's blue, and it was black.
Wow.
But I didn't really come into me until I moved to Monroe. Because in the back of my head, I still had that intervention in my mind where it's like one of those kids ready to, not kids, but got to move away from my house, got to get away from my parents. gotta get away from my sister. So like I'm the baby of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And I went straight to this girl and she had me like going against my family. Just, because I was still lost, I guess. A lot of times, you know, the lesbian community, gay community don't tell you how stressful and how alone sometimes you can feel when you're trying to navigate life and you feel like you don't have nobody, a support system. Like me playing around on Yahoo, met this woman. I want to say she's like 3 years older than me, but I call her my other mama because I couldn't go to my mama and talk to my mama about how I felt about this person or how I felt about this person. I had to, like an adopted family. I don't know if y'all watch Pose, but that's really how it is. And
Is that the one that the girls down in the valley?
no.
Oh.
Nah, that's P Valley.
Oh.
The
that's P
strippers.
Valley.
I mean, she said, I mean, I don't know.
Hose is a pride show. I haven't started watching it, but it looks really interesting. Looks very interesting.
It's about Pose.
No, Sue. We don't promote until they pay us. So continue as you are.
And we
It's
haven't
not even
gotten our
on no
promotion
more.
from Whataburger or Cracker Barrel yet.
But we still gonna talk about it. But that's a question we'll ask you at the end. But go ahead, Sue.
But yeah, it's just it's a lot. It can be a lot. And I mean I went through growing pains. I really did. Like I said, I don't feel like I really came into myself until I moved to Monroe and got away from my family.
Okay. So let me ask you this: in high school, they probably were, but were kids in your school bullying people who were gay or stuff like that?
No, not really. I went to a majority white high school. And we all kind of got along. Like everybody knew each other. Nobody like. I feel like my high school experience wasn't bad. Like I had my little clique. We all hung out, but overall, like we didn't really deal with like a lot of bullying. Like our whole class was like real tight knit.
Gotcha.
So if it happened, I didn't see it.
Oh. Okay.
Even the unpopular kids had a crew, and we all, like we just all like. I mean, the thing about growing up in a small town, 9 times out of 10, everybody already know everybody, either from church, summer camp, or something. So by the time you get in school, you might not be like the best of friends, but everybody cordial. Like my best friend in high school, I graduated a year before her. She actually was kind of like straddling the line. She had a girlfriend at the time. And it would be funny, like her and her girlfriend would be sitting in the bleachers, like kind of hugged up and stuff. And you might hear one or two people say something, but it was just at the time, nobody would really see that at the school level. But nothing bad. Not that I can remember.
Mm-hmm. So you get to Monroe, you finally away from your people. What does that feel to actually finally find you and be comfortable in Suzette Green's skin?
Okay. So before I actually came to Monroe, therapy is it. Let me shout out my therapist.
Gotcha.
But I had an incident. That person I was talking about, the one that could tell me the sky blue, something happened with us. And it was just like this cumulation of a whole lot of stuff, probably like a year worth of stuff. And I had an incident. And long story short, without a whole bunch of details, I was in the church parking lot with my wrist bleeding. And it was, so when I got to Monroe, it was like, that was my first step.
Okay. So you have thought about suicide?
No, it wasn't. Let me tell you, I don't even think it was suicide. It was a breaking point, and I just was like, I just don't want to deal with this. Like, I don't want to deal. And I had lost my guy best friend died. And then we were in 2009, 2010. You know, it was just a lot. So again, not really being able to have people like to really talk to about what's going on in my head. But you know, black people at the time, still, we don't believe in therapy. It's, you are right, you just being lazy and not having an outlet. I got razor blade cuts all over my arms and legs. I used to be a cutter. I think that's why I like tattoos. Tattoos is therapy for me. Whenever I'm going through something or dealing with something, I'll get a tattoo. And
needle.
it's just something about, you know, that needle tearing skin. It's a release. It's a pressure release. I think that day I just cut too deep and scared the shit out of myself. I still got the scar.
All right, so this is a 2-part question. First question: how many girls have you flipped?
Oh. Okay, so wait, we gotta break down flipped. You gotta break down flipped.
So, how many girls have you turned straight to gay?
From straight to gay, okay.
And then the second part of the question, I'm gonna give it to you so you can think about it. What 3 women would you love to flip from straight to gay? Famous, IG, whoever.
We
Poppers,
are not gonna give their IG. We're not.
Somebody you know locally, maybe somebody in HS. I don't know. But what are 3
Florida
you would like to flip from straight to gay?
Okay, you got me thinking.
This energy is kicking in now.
Boy, shut up.
Whatever. Let's see.
Is it more than 8?
If she was 5, then I'm pretty sure it was more than 8. Are you the aggressive type? You're the aggressor? Or you let them come to you? Okay.
I used to be. I'm a whole lot laid back now.
Okay, so like, how do you approach a straight girl and be like...
Wait, hold on. How many have you flipped though? Is it more than 8?
No, it's not more than 8. I just gotta think. You asking me stuff from like 10 years ago that I was a wild, crazy time. I am a youth farm.
Sue, if I could flip a gay girl to straight, trust me, I'm going to remember her.
Not really, because I don't look at it as flipping, because I feel like all females have some type of curiosity. They just don't act on it.
That is true.
So,
well, how many girls have you met their curiosity?
I would say probably about maybe 5 or 6. Just
close to 8. We're gonna say 8.
Closer to 8. Yeah, but it's more like I said, it's a curiosity thing. Like I'm friends with a lot of females, and all my straight female friends can tell you that I've never once hit on them because I don't see them in that light. But I mean, I just genuinely have a lot of female friends, and I guess quickly to answer your question, I don't really approach people. I'm picky about people in general and who I let around me and my energy. So if I have an interest in somebody, I kind of gotta feel them out first, and we kind of go from there. But
so you let them be like, Sue, you gon'
yeah, like, because I never wanted it to come to a point where they can try to say I took advantage of them.
Okay.
Like I had an incident like for my birthday just passed. One of my friends from New Orleans, she was like, "Come to New Orleans. I'm gonna throw you like a bootleg birthday party. You know, it's COVID.
Shout out to the Capricorns. Go ahead.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
We Capricorns on here.
You're a Capricorn.
We literally like one behind the other.
Yeah, I'm the 14.
And I'm the 50.
And Pain is the 13.
I'm a Cancer.
2 to 1, you outnumbered. Go ahead, Sue.
So like, and here's the thing, like we were all hanging out, chilling, drinking. My friend's husband was there. She invited two of her friends, which are this lesbian couple. And like at one point, um, me and my friend's husband, we were throwing money on them. And one of the girls started dancing, twerking. And I was standing behind her, but not like all up on her. And she was like, "Oh no, she's not about to come dance." Like, and I'm looking like what just happened? Like we all having fun. And then you just flip the script. I'm like, I don't even look at you when that like we all cool. Like and the crazy part is like y'all gay, like y'all together. But it be stuff like that. And I'll be like, I don't I don't entertain people like that. Like I'm like if we cool to a certain extent, even if we have a attraction. Like let me run that back. We cool to a certain extent, I'm not gonna try to mess with you. Like we might flirt a little bit, but I'm never gonna cross that line. But like with them, that just kind of like I don't even talk to them no more because I'm like, why? How could you even think that I would try to jump into something like that? So I try not to like if you curious or if we'll talk and then it kind of go from there. But I'm like Florida said, I'm Sue now. I'm chilling. I'm not.
All right, Sue. Don't try to run for the question.
Which question?
She did.
What three women would you love to flip? Celebrity, local, IG thought, whoever.
Who's your woman crush? We need her first. Who's the woman crush?
I don't really have one. Do I have a woman crush?
Oh, wait. You got a girlfriend now. Are we going to get you in trouble? We ain't trying to get you in trouble.
Listen, if it's a girlfriend, the three women, it's like a threesome fun on their wedding.
It might be some local woman. You don't know.
Well, here's a chance to shoot your shot. Go for it, Sue.
Ooh, do it.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Don't get closed legs. Never mind.
Thank you, Becca.
You tried to start some shit. But I don't. My bad, yeah, my nose ring coming in. I don't have a woman crush besides my girlfriend, my fiance. But but if I could, let me see. I'm trying to think. Who all gonna see this? I gotta be strategic about this. Okay. My nose ain't really coming out. Let's see. So if certain people watch this, certain people got nicknames that I only have for them.
Okay, so okay. We can do that. Is Cash Doll one of them? Say no.
That is
Cash Doll.
That is no.
Okay.
No. No,
I'm just trying to say.
I'll fight soon.
Cash Doll?
Sue, just move on. Just move on.
Wait, have y'all seen some of the people that I hang with? Oh.
She haven't. That's why I'm asking you. Listen, Sue, Quita don't really know about you. Quita just really got into HS. So she really learning everything about us as she go. And she's learning a lot. So she really don't really know you, Sue.
I do have to say, rest in peace and long live Moni B.
Moni B, rest in peace.
Tomorrow's her birthday. That's, Moni will always have a special place in my heart. Shout out to Be Solo.
Really,
It's a long standing joke. If you ever talk to Be Solo, just ask him about it. I don't know though. I don't think about it. Like I said, I really be chilling.
What are three females that you could shoot your shot at? Anybody, celebrities, IG, whoever.
Well, one in HS.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put her out like that.
We're not. I think I got a feel for it, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
You can text me who you think I'm talking about. Celebrity wise, who is it? I mean, I met Trina. I love Trina. I think she's beautiful. And it's one other person, but I can't think of who it is at the moment. I'll ask me again later. I'll probably remember.
Okay.
But I guess if you had to do celebrity, it would be Trina, and I've met her. Quita, I used to like Airheads, Lemonheads a whole lot, and we did this party. We're doing this party, and the dude that I was with, he was like, he wanted to meet Trina, and we went to Jackson, Mississippi, to a Trina concert, and I got to hang backstage with her. She asked me for some lemon heads to put in her Patron. She got on stage and performed. After she performed, she came back and asked me for some more lemon heads. That made my month. So I would have to say
Did you
Trina.
keep the box? Did you have the box?
Nah, you know how when you go in the mall and they got the candy bar?
Oh, bro.
I had that. I did keep the bottle of Patron for a while. I did keep the bottle.
Okay.
Damn.
So, have you ever been penetrated by a male?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was
it?
It's just not
Florida
for
has
you.
this really embarrassing picture of me that he likes to post every once in a while.
It's first of all, it's your graduation picture, and Sue hair is down. Sue hair is like down to her shoulder, like how my hair. And she thought it the peace sign, so it's like,
is that the one with the blue jean? And they got the blue jean, the pink.
Nah, it's the one with it's your graduation photo.
I got a bunch of them, but yeah, Florida has that picture, and then
I still got it. I love that picture.
There's a wedding picture with me in the wedding dress because I was a bridesmaid floating around.
Oh, that one too. That one was funny.
Hey.
That's when I had hair. Like when I first moved to Monroe, I had hair, and then randomly I popped up with a short haircut. I still remember Star calling me everywhere we would go. He'd be like, "Shout out to my little brother / sister, Sue."
Literally, like Sue.
Like that used to be, and I would we would die laughing, but that was and I was like, cool, like everybody rocking with the haircut because that hair had to go. It was getting on my nerves.
Wow. Sue, like this is what people don't know about Sue. Sue know like some real key people. Sue know Dallas the Body, and you don't even know who that is, Quita.
I don't.
Oh. You don't know who Dallas
Do I need to I don't.
Yes.
What is she? She a dancer? She's a what?
Yes.
She's a dancer. I used to be in a strip club.
Okay.
I don't think you know Moni, but when Moni was dancing, Moni would take me with her everywhere. So I got to meet Johnny Blaze and all these Gucci in Dallas, all these different people. What's the chick? Rose from Baton Rouge. I'm real good friends with Miss Ma'am, Killer Key. They used to dance at V Live New Orleans. So I got to,
I think that picture in the old group meet.
Which one? My dress picture?
Yeah.
I'm
gonna find it because I'm gonna have it in the thing.
I actually came to watch Moni dance at Intrigue for her birthday one year.
I had hair. Was that the year with the strawberries?
Oh, she didn't have any strawberries. Not that I know of.
I know her last birthday party that she did there was stupid packed. A dude walked in with a briefcase, handcuffed to his arm. And she had a special guest dancer, Rose from Baton Rouge, I think it was.
Oh, okay, no. This one was like they had different people. It was like two sides. I don't even know. I know the only person I remember is this guy named C. Witherspoon. That's because he's from Pine Bluff. So that's the only reason why I remember that.
Moni B from Arkansas, what part?
She's from Crossett.
Both of y'all answer that question. Okay, so what is Crossett?
It's next to Bastrop.
Yeah, it's literally like you cross the state line and turn down this little side street and you ain't cross it. I actually got stopped by the wildlife and fisheries agent one night for speeding and cross it.
Okay,
Lord.
so,
Me and Moni was dancing at for Isha Ray at one of Isha Ray parties, and we were late. And I was trying to go pick her up in the, you know how they be in the truck, and they were going slow, so I passed them up. Then them lights started flashing,
Lord.
but he gave me a warning. It wasn't nothing.
Yeah, I was on her IG and I was like, girl, what you doing to make all this money? And she DM'd me and was like, yeah, I dance sometimes topless. I'm like, my boyfriend's not going for that.
And listen,
But
intrigue is
she had
literally
that body.
intrigue was what a time to be alive.
yes, it was. Yes, it was. Man, yes, it was.
Who did
Man.
you
And,
just
and, and the
like
thing about it is, people think it was the Saturdays and Fridays.
it
No,
was the
it was the
Wednesdays.
The
Wednesday.
amateur nights.
Oh my God! It started something with that, and it just blossomed into something big. Like Wednesday was probably more packed than Saturdays and well, let me put it like this:
No,
Saturday,
Wednesdays was packed. Saturdays got that after club, but
yeah,
Wednesdays because everybody thought they was gonna get on stage and get a bag, so it would be stupid packed. You had more females than males in that. And then being a part of HS in that was Intrigue was like our clubhouse. Like you literally just walked in, you got to drink however much you wanted. Half of HS was involved in the strip club in some way, shape, or form.
See, when
Like,
Intrigue like started booming, like I wasn't really going to the club anymore. We had already been in the club for years.
not like
So
Intrigue,
like
not like Intrigue.
but
Intrigue was different though, because like on the nights when it wasn't packed, it was just real
yeah.
chill. Like we literally would just go in there and hang out. Like I used to, my girlfriend at the time, like she used to stay, not really tripping. I'm like, oh, I want me to work at the club. She's like, I'm coming. I'm like, oh, I want me to work at the club. You always at Intrigue. I'm like,
That's where the hoes at.
I'd rather be at Intrigue than be in the house. So it was at Intrigue.
Who
Being an
owned
Intrigue
Intrigue?
though, this Jamaican lady named Sandy.
Sandy used to come see me at AT&T all the time. All the time.
Sandy. I wonder if she's still around that in Richwood and all that. They hated on Intrigue though. Them fools at Onyx just didn't like the fact that Intrigue was taking their crap.
Like Onyx was. First of all, I just didn't like Onyx setup. It was just Intrigue. Intrigue kind of remind me of home of Jacksonville a little bit. Like the whole setup, the tall building, the VIP rooms. Like it just felt like a real one. Onyx. First of all, it was an old funeral home, and like it was just and you go in there, and it's like and then you walk around, it's like
Shut up.
And they only really had the one dancer that was decent in there was still and
yeah,
still
like
there.
yeah, like two fine was probably the best thing. Yeah, like entry had strawberry. Um,
They had what's the little sharp one that didn't have no teeth in her mouth.
I I don't know why they gave Pole Mistress a job, but that was
Oh man. But the thing is, when I went, she was the only one that could literally work the pole. I don't
yeah,
think she just didn't have nobody to go with it. Like we was just watching her do tricks.
yeah,
Like
like
She
her
didn't
and
have a
Bill,
face either.
you look like a grasshopper up here doing
bro,
tricks.
her and Bill talked for like 2 years. I remember one year she climbed up the pole and literally came all the way down and hit her knees. I think she broke her knee and she still kept going.
Oh yeah, because wasn't she was walking around with a knee brace after that? I remember
Nah,
that.
it wasn't a knee brace. She with that night she had tape on her boots to keep. I guess to keep her knee in place so she could still work.
Ah.
And then
Then
she
they had
bent.
that old entry. You had that old lady that was working there,
Yeah,
but no
Creole.
matter what, Creole made her money
Yeah.
faithfully.
She was a dancer.
Who else?
Yeah.
Yes, She was like the mother stripper.
Yeah, then I
You
was
had that girl.
Kitty.
I just remember her name, Sunshine.
Sunshine. Yeah, she was nice. And you had Kitty. Who else?
It's a little light skinned one.
I didn't like her.
You didn't like her?
Nah.
She was cool. She was cool.
I couldn't stand her.
No, she was cool. She was cool.
I know for you, not for me. Not for me.
She wasn't that light skinned.
No, but I ain't like I never tried to shout at her. I was just, trying to be, cordial, she was cool with Star.
Of course, Dynasty.
Yes, Miss Exclusive.
And it was Dynasty and who else that would dance? Was it Penny?
Penny, but I didn't really see all of Penny.
I don't think Penny danced that long.
Not that much.
Perk, change your name, baby. Change your name.
This is what it is. Who else? I cannot think. But it'd be some random ones on the weekend.
Oh, there we go.
On the weekend.
Now I can see Ollie out. Remember when I was just switching back and forth?
You gotta switch
the
gallery view. So,
but yeah, man, entry got me started in like the promotion stuff. Hey, Park.
Bro,
so
you in the sun? Why you got them shades on?
Man,
why we didn't guess what he was gonna have on today?
We did. That's our fault.
We forgot.
Man, what
everything going, Sue?
Can you work that light for me, man?
It ain't showing me.
No, you dark. I can see the hat.
You my color right now.
Literally, I see the hat and the. There you go.
Okay. Wait a minute.
You see me now?
Yeah.
You didn't clap or nothing. So is the light switch right there beside you? We need to see what the room look like because I feel like. Okay.
You do not want to go there with me today, Quita, because I got a whole lot of ammunition, Quita. I start firing out. I promise you, Quita.
I'm assuming this
has one in the room is the
I'm just assuming
one in the room is the strongest one. The loudest one is the weakest one. Remember that.
I'm assuming this got something to do with Dallas. So, but anyway,
she hey, Floyd, let me tell you something. She showed her ass off in Dallas.
Man, I really wanted to come to Dallas, but my nephew got married.
Hey, Sue, let me tell you this. Let me tell you what you didn't miss, Sue. The goddamn heat. That's what you didn't miss. It was so goddamn hot, bro. Like, listen. Everybody told me it was hot, right? So we done paid our bill. Guess what they want to do? Sit there and talk some more. Nigga, it's time to go. Then we go out there and
they want to take pictures outside.
No. We went to go release.
He went off on me. Right? He went off on me.
We went to go release the balloon suit, right? It's still hot. Now everybody talking about it's hot before we start. After we don't release the balloon, okay, everybody take their picture, boom, 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 cool. My truck's still on. Now everybody still want to talk. I'm like, hey, y'all forgot it was hot? Oh, they got an air conditioner over there. They got an air conditioner in the cigar shop. Yeah. I'll see y'all later. Like everywhere it's hot, they still want to talk once it keep going. Like, oh, okay. All right.
So they really wasn't hot. That's what you think.
Say what?
I said they really wasn't hot then. That's what you think.
I guess they was, Sue. I guess they was lying.
Oh, baby, we was wet.
Because let me tell you something. When I went and ate, when I ate the food, I didn't even eat all my food. I wasn't even happy about eating.
That's how hot you were?
Bro. It was hot. I didn't eat all my food either. I couldn't. It was too hot. Then we didn't even eat for the rest of the day. Like
it was hot, bro. Listen,
y'all should have gone
it was so hot.
To the lesbian branch when Mulan was DJing that. They was inside and they was feeding y'all.
See, so let me tell you how that worked out with me though. I didn't really want to go because I didn't really want them to think about me like that. Light skin, hazel eyes. Yeah. I didn't think that was gonna kind of mix. That's just but wait,
me. It was mostly female. It was a less connection. So it was all
I didn't think we could go there. See, I don't know how they go.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, man.
We'll
One thing with
time.
gay folks, we can tell of the gay folks. They would have never.
See, I would have tried to tell them I was a lesbian.
So, pretty much, yeah, because we are. So this is what we got so much from Sue Perk. So
what you got, bro?
13, she started feeling it. 19, she took it as serious. How she got caught, was her girlfriend. Excuse me,
I'm my mama.
her Yahoo girlfriend called her mama and told her that Sue was my girlfriend. Had an intervention. Sue got tired of it, left. She didn't try to commit suicide, but she kind of cut herself deep on the wrist. And then once she got to Monroe, that's when Sue took off. So
Sue had some of the baddest chicks. I was just like,
I was telling Quita, like Quita don't know Sue. She learning, but she don't really know Sue like that.
She know the nice Sue. Hey Quita, how you doing, Quita? she don't know the like after hours Sue and the drinking Sue and the hanging with the crew Sue. She don't know that Sue.
You know the old Sue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So getting it back to her, Sue.
My bad.
Say it again.
No, I said I was listening. I'm looking for something, but I'm listening.
Okay. So with the gay community, is it like a tight niche, like where if you let's say you got a girlfriend, is it somewhere like relationships still count, or do y'all just do what y'all do?
I mean, is it small?
No, not the community. I'm just
like,
talking about
do they respect the relationship. Or is it out here like niggas be, I don't care, you got a man, what he got to do with me?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, I joke about it all the time, but I feel like most lesbian relationships, like you meet and like 2-3 months later, y'all living together, and then like 6 months later, y'all hollering about y'all want to get married, and then like 3 months later, you in a whole new relationship. So it just kind of depends, but I mean, it's generally just like hetero relationships. Like me and my girlfriend, we have our ups and downs. Just today, she was like, "You still want to marry me?" Because like 80% of the time, I'll be wanting to throw her against the wall.
Say that. We don't condemn domestic violence on the Cal podcast.
Thank you for clearing that up for us.
It's not really domestic violence. I mean, I'll never try to fight her or beat up on her, nothing like that. That's not even in me. But I mean, we argue. We have those.
So question: is it really domestic violence when it's two women?
Yes, it can still be.
Okay.
I just read something about a girl killed her girlfriend a while back. A lot of people don't take it as seriously because they feel like if it's two guys fight or two girls fighting, that it's not. But you can be mind controlled and go through some shit with a girlfriend too.
So I remember you said your mom said it was an experiment, which I do agree. I
mean, it was a phase.
A phase. There we go. Because I know a lot of girls who was in college, they did go through their lesbian phase. So how do you?
To be honest though,
go ahead.
I still don't think she's like 100% okay with it. And I'm 36.
You talking about your mom?
Yeah. My dad.
What year? I'm trying to say it like, so your mom probably went back in the like
50s.
60s.
My mama.
50s.
Yeah, my mama's 60. Shit, 64, 65.
Yeah. So a lot of them don't. So it's kind of like with mental health. A lot of them don't. Like a lot of people that's kind of older people that's kind of spiritual. When you start talking about mental health, like they just go into like, let's pray and keep praying. But it's like it's the same thing with mental health. Like they don't. It's I guess you could say it's a societal thing from back then. If that's a word.
Like, out of sight, out of mind. We don't talk about it. We know it's there, but we don't talk about it. Like, I can count on one hand how many girlfriends have actually been to my family house and met my mama. Like I said, like when I first came out, she was like, "You have nieces and nephews to be mindful of. You have people looking up to you. So be mindful. Like my girlfriend get on me now because I don't do public displays of affection. Like if we somewhere, like when we were in Puerto Rico, she was trying to hold my hand and I just kept brushing her off, like because I'm not, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to show that to her because I was always taught not to show that. But I feel in general that even hetero relationships sometimes like I don't want to see y'all holding hands just as much as I don't want to see two gay people holding hands. Like I guess that's how I was raised. Like let me add, I grew up in a church. He may not seem like it.
Welcome to the rest of our lives.
But it's certain things that as much as you try to stray away from it, it's still been embedded in your brain. So that's like a big thing for me. Like I don't do PDA. Like I walk on side of her, I walk in front of her, I open doors. But the minute she try to hold my hand or something in public, I'm running.
Are you looking for approval from your mom, or you like it is what it is?
I think I finally got to the point where I'm like, it is what it is. For a long time though, I was like
who wouldn't want approval from their mom? That's your mom, your family,
yeah.
period.
A long time I was. I mean, that's why it took me so long to cut my hair. I had been wanting to cut my hair. But my mom always said if I was to cut my hair, it's gonna make me look like a little boy. So it started where we cut it and I still had hair and it was like a mohawk, and then I just started cutting it a little bit and a little bit at a time. And like I even tell her sometimes to this day, like she still has the ability to cut me down to size just with her words. So I mean it's a thing, but I'm just to the point now where she's gonna be the way she's gonna be. And my dad's ex-wife told him I was gay, and shit, he found that out in like 2015 or some shit. That's my best friend. So. But again, it's out of sight. Yeah, it's because I'm just like him. But we don't talk about it. Like I'll never sit there and be like, "Oh, Dad, let me tell you about this girl." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not something that I talk about with my parents. I have a whole gay family to talk about that with.
Gotcha.
Okay. No, but what I was getting to, when certain girls go through their phases, is it like I don't know if this ever happened to you, but let's say you was talking to a female who going through a phase and she like, you know what? I think I want to go back to men. Is that like a bit let down for the gay community?
Not necessarily. Matter of fact, do you remember? I think it was Perk.
Okay.
You in Florida and Star 1 year for Jackson State homecoming.
I wasn't there. It was Perk. Go ahead.
It was Perk, and we.
Florida was there.
No, I wasn't. Not just say.
Bro, Florida was there, bro. Stop lying, bro.
Sue, was it the red hoodies with the HS?
I don't remember, but
Come
me
on,
and my
Sue,
girlfriend, we were at Salad Mookie's, and y'all walked past us. And I was like, "Hey, yeah." Remember, and I introduced all y'all to her at the time.
Yeah.
She probably won't watch this, but when me and her broke up, she started dating a guy and got engaged to him. And I mean, it's one of those things like, me and her are still real cool. And I told her, I even told her once before, I was like, I don't think we could ever date again because I feel like in my heart of hearts, you would never choose me. You would choose a guy. I mean, and the thing about it, as certain people get older, I don't really think it's a phase. I just think they start thinking about appearances.
Perception.
Right.
That makes sense.
Like, even though we're in the 21st century and people are more accepting, as you get a certain status, as you get a certain look, you want to know how you're more, for some reason, worried about how other people take you or how other people look at you.
Yeah.
And it's really mostly in around like that 30 I say like 30 to 45 stage. That's why you notice they got a lot of old people that get divorced from their husbands once their kids grow up and they wind up being with women all over again.
Niecy Nash.
Exactly.
That was
That's one of them.
so left field. I did not see that coming.
That's what I said. Like,
That
people
was...
have, yeah, Perk. I said, I feel like most women have an attraction to women, but most of them won't act on it. Because, like, even with my friends, like, and mostly everybody in my close circle will probably tell you they've had an experience with a woman at one point in life. They might not actually admit it, but they're kind of hint around to it or something like that. But it's the perception where they don't want people looking at them weird. It's like, it's almost like sometimes it's a stigma. Like, then you have the people that's like, I don't care what nobody think, I'm gonna be me. And then you have these people that hide behind this show. I don't see how people live like that though. It's not fun. Why are you so quiet?
Oh no, we just listening. I mean,
we're listening.
Yeah, like
listen. When I go to therapy, what's today? Tomorrow, me and my therapist gonna have so fun. I'll be like, what? I was having like a emotional moment with my other fam. Because y'all know, like, we never really talked about none of this. Like,
well,
we would joke and stuff.
That's why this right here, we've been talking about this for a minute. We actually want to get a gay person and a transgender person to actually know what's going on, because you know me, I'm a joking clown at the end of the day, regardless. But what I don't know, I don't know. So
right.
to actually hear you talk,
I can talk to my cousin and see if he would be willing.
We would
but y'all would have to be like with the pronouns and stuff. You know, the transition. Yeah.
I try.
You know.
No, don't bring him, Sue, because that clown don't know how to act right. So
I try.
We'll be canceled by the gay community. No, we not.
Because he don't understand. You don't understand the severity of the pronoun situation, and so like I work in Title IX now, so I understand like what you can and can't say at work and what comes out with that. So he don't understand that.
Yeah. I mean, I would say probably if he, and not, like I said, I still call him he. I mean, I grew up with him. That's my little cousin. You know, he been him the whole time, and then to watch him transform and then actually see him happy, like I'm happy for him. But it's just one of those things where it's like I'm so used to calling him him.
Yeah.
And being that I don't see him all the time, like, I mean, we live in the same city pretty much, but we don't see each other. Like if I want to see him, he do drag shows. So I have to go to the drag show if I want to see him and talk to him. But just to see his transition and his blow up, like you would have never knew that this girl was this guy growing up in high school. And he was another one, never bullied. Some of the most thugged out, gangster ass dudes that we grew up around have the utmost respect for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might not call him by his trans name, but they still talk to him. They still, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things where, like, I think with trans people specifically, it's certain stuff that I don't even understand. I just know, like, I saw my cousin when he was like 5, and we were at a swimming lessons, and I saw those feminine traits in him then. Like, we would always say, like, we knew he would be gay. We just didn't know he would want to transition. Wow. But he's happy and content. So I'm like, he liked it, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you address, we say stud, is that correct?
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Put it all like this: stud, dyke.
So
okay.
Technically, in the gay and the lesbian world, calling somebody a dyke is the equivalent to calling a black person a nigga.
Yeah.
Like, we'll call each other, like if I see another stud, we might joke and call each other a dyke, but it's kind of like a take back word. Like
Wow.
it's hard to explain, but it's kind of like a take back word. Like it's a derogatory term. Like
So we supposed to say film and stud.
I mean, I've never really entertained like the label, so to speak. But you have, if you do the labels, you have studs, you have femmes, you have aggressive femmes.
What is femme before we continue? Because I'm lost.
A femme is a girly girl.
Okay.
Just a who?
A girly
girl. Just a regular girl. Andros are androgynous. Like they can play both sides. Like a Ruby Rose type. You know how Ruby Rose, the actress, the white chick.
We'll put her on the screen so we know what's going on.
What we got phones on? Ruby.
Or Tiana Taylor.
Oh, now we're talking. She
can
like
both ways.
Really?
Hold on, Tiana.
Yeah, like
she not, but she dressed like a boy, but she also dressed like a woman, and both of them sexy.
A woman. Okay.
So like in the lesbian world, like a lot of people.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'd be so pissed.
I thought we was finding some things out. Like, wait a minute. Took me a little fast.
I wouldn't put it past her though. I mean, she grew up in New York. Like,
Ruby Rose, I know her. Oh my
God. Like she's considered like an andro.
She gay?
And then like I always, like Kalani would probably be considered androgynous too, because I mean she's definitely gay. And then it's like the gay world is segregated too to a certain extent. Really? Because
see, this is what we don't know. Go ahead, Sue.
Yeah, like what's going on? Like Pride. I don't know if you ever noticed the Cotton Bowl. That's when they do Black Pride in Dallas. Y'all never noticed that? No. They tied it in with the Gremlin and PVU game. Like I was in Dallas for Black Pride and the game. New Orleans does it for Bayou Classic.
Get the L.
Houston does it in like May. They call it Splash. Atlanta is in September. So like, this is World, Pride Month, but most Black don't actually really celebrate it. They have like each city has like a smaller celebration, so to speak.
You know what? So I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna be honest with you. Pride Month in Jacksonville, you wouldn't guess when it is.
It's in May, right?
Black History Month.
Really?
I just thought about that. Pride.
That's the black. That's the Black side. That's not.
No. That's Pride. Period.
Yeah.
Because they shut down the beach for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird. Even here, like when my cousin does the drag shows, like that crowd is a majority white crowd. Like most Black gays and lesbians party with the strips. Like you can make a lot of money if you open like a Black gay club. Like we did a party 2019 for like a pride party in New Orleans, which was really cool, and I hope we can do it again. And they actually, some people on Twitter hit me up saying like how much they like that event. But I'm like, y'all can't never figure out when y'all want to do Pride. Like, do y'all want to celebrate in June or do y'all want to celebrate in November? And most of I call like the Black cities, they tied around like Black events. Like Atlanta's in September, around Labor Day or something around there, like in September sometime. But I don't know, it just depends. Yeah, I got the worst ADD, so y'all gotta get me back on subject because I'm a.
Nah, we letting you flow, baby. This is all news, but that part what you just said, it kind of made sense. Like for Jacksonville, like I know there's Pride Month, but they actually celebrate the Pride thing during Black History Month. Go figure.
Right, and see, a lot of people don't know. quick history lesson. Pride started because of the Stonewall riots, which the leading person in the Stonewall riots was this Black transgender woman named Marsha P. Johnson. The police at the time in New York were literally like going to these bars and asking people for identification, and if they knew they were in a gay bar, they were arresting them just for going drunk. And how the riots happened, they did a raid on the bar and the people decided to fight back. Like they were literally arresting them just for being gay. And then I actually think it was Stonewall.
There's a documentary I watched on this too.
Oh yeah. A good documentary if it's called Paris is Burning. I know we were talking about Pose earlier. Pose is based off of Paris is Burning. It's about the New York ballroom scene and how New York became like a safe haven for gay kids in general in like the 80s. And even before that, but really like the 80s and the 90s. That's why when you hear people talk about like houses and families and stuff, that's how all that started, because it's like all these runaways and kids looking for direction, and these houses came up and you got like a mama, a daddy, brothers and sisters where everybody had people to lean on. But all of that is kind of tied into pride. I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, Cotton Bowl. So yeah, I should throw a party.
Do you think y'all are misunderstood?
I don't think so. I think a lot of times people, I'll take it back to like now with acceptance. A lot of people I see making like posts and stuff about television shows and stuff like that, and them having gay characters and stuff, and how it affects kids. I know Perkins, Florida. Yeah, I remember when I was staying in Monroe, my girlfriend at the time had a daughter that stayed with us, and I used to always tell people the one person that I had to work for to love me was her little girl. And when I went in her life, she was 3. Yeah, she's 13 now. But she didn't look at it like I got, gay parents or nothing like that. She knew that she was in a household where she was loved and that people cared for her. And I think a lot of times people, I'm not gonna say don't raise their kids, but they leave the TV sometimes to their kids, and they sexualize their kids, thinking if they see, two mamas kissing or two daddies kissing, then that's gonna take their kids and turn them gay. And they're sexualizing something that's not there, because if they're watching cartoons, they don't see it as this person got the same parent, but they got 2 mamas or they got 2 daddies or something like that. It's more about acceptance. And Perky wasn't there earlier when I was talking about like struggling to be able to be myself, like growing up in a small town. I couldn't be myself because I didn't know how to accept what I knew I was. And then with my mom, my mama always said that she wasn't trying to get me to hide myself. How she said that? She wasn't trying to she was trying to protect me from everybody. Mm-hmm. Like she knew that I could hold my own, but she didn't know if I would be ready for how the world would perceive me. And that's why I say like earlier when I'm like, she's gonna always have her qualms, but she did the best that she could with how I grew up in this town. I have a real I don't care attitude now about that. I'll walk in the gas station real ashy because I mean, when you stop worrying about how people perceive you, how people look at you, life is a whole lot less hectic. It's hard trying to know that you can be who you want to be, but you can't really be who you want to be. That's the big thing. I guess Florida, like when you was asking me about pride, that's why it's pride. Like you can be who you want to be and not worry about somebody judging you for it. I still feel like they got a long way to go though. Um, Transgender people are really starting to come out, and I think that's been there too. Like, do you imagine how many people like living these lives where like they were like felt like they couldn't be who they wanted to be? That's what I'm saying. Like with my cousin, he was always feminine. Like I know some like men that are gay, but my cousin was always real feminine, even from his voice. Which that's weird, but I could see how he felt like the body that he was in wasn't the body that was meant for him.
Well, my
And
whole
it's like,
thing, my whole thing with transgenders, be honest, because I mean, here's the thing. To me, it's that they're transgenders are the last on the totem pole. What I mean by that, white men, white women, black men, black women, then black transgenders, then there's white transgenders, then there's black transgenders. It's more black transgenders get killed more than white transgenders. So my thing is just be upfront with it, because at the end of the day, there's still men out here still messing with transgenders. Like it's
you know why
somebody
they
for
getting
somebody.
killed?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have men that's not comfortable in themselves to accept the fact that they're attracted to
Yeah,
men.
yeah,
Like my cousin, right? Like my cousin talks about that all the time. Like he's dated a decent amount of people, and he won't never go into detail, but he always say, you see these women with these husbands, but yeah, they all in my DMs.
Mm.
Like they can't accept it, and it's because being gay in the black community is still real taboo. Like especially black men. Like one of my close friends, when we were in high school, he came out. And his mama told him that because he was gay, that he would never amount to nothing in life. He's a doctor now. And he would still go to bat for his mama. But like he said, his main goal was to prove her wrong.
So can I piggyback off of that and ask a question in the monkey wrench? And this question kind of go on a different on some different levels. Do you think in today's society now that the LGBT community has more rights than black people?
I don't think so. I feel like I don't know. I don't like getting into black and gay conversations sometimes because I'll never say the civil rights struggle, the civil rights struggle and the gay rights struggle are similar, but they're not the same because most people can still hide their sexuality. You can't hide your color. I
Well,
think
I'm saying from a
from
protection.
a protection standpoint, no.
You
We
said
were talking about it earlier how some about like with domestic violence, for example. Um, most domestic violence cases involving same-sex couples, they don't really consider them domestic violence. Transgender murders are really up right now, and they misgender them. They don't classify it as a hate crime. I'll say I think sometimes black people feel like gay rights get a more spotlight because gay rights encompasses not just black people. It's black, white, it's a whole bunch of different races. So it may seem like because something as simple as gay marriage got passed, gay people getting more rights. But why should they have had to pass a whole Supreme Court ruling for people to get married? You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go
I think so. So my stance on it is, I think it just depends on what you talk about. Because when you talk about protection, or if you saying police, you could talk about police brutality, and so they're not really killing LGBT communities or even Asians or whites like they're killing blacks that we
ahead.
see,
That makes sense.
and that's
Yeah.
a thing too though. But I mean, now let me be the devil's advocate in that. Sometimes things that happen I have not agreed with, and that's another topic for another show. But I feel like we I do feel like they do come at us wrong, but I also feel like um there's some things that that we just need to do. It is what it is. Like my thing is, if we gonna say we gonna be in the United States, and we gonna say that we want let's do black everything, then let's do black everything. If we come up with our own political platform, then hey, we gonna come up with our own political platform. Like, and that's another thing that I just feel like when you talk about LGBT community and you talk about blacks, like the LGBT community has a whole platform that the Democrats and the Republicans have to look at for votes. And so then to me it's like, shoot, they got more than we got. And it to me it's not about black LGBT community. It's just the LGBT community itself. And then when you talk about blacks, do they have more rights? And that's why I said in certain things, yes. Altogether, probably no. I mean, I can
I
say
get what you're saying.
for me, I think when it first came around, I think we as black little boys, we just went with what society said. But I think as we were, we got, and it's kind of like kids today. When kids get around each other, black and white, they don't really have the racism unless they're taught it. But I also think when we get around each other and we start finding out about people, because like I remember in college, being in an organization, and I had to work with a gay dude, and I was just like, it is what it is. As long as he do his job, I'm cool. And then, the thing he told me that kind of like settled me and was cool was he was like, "Hey, Perk, listen, we ain't trying to get you if you don't want to be gotten."
That is true.
That's just kind of like, you know what, I'm good then, because I don't never want to be gotten. So, and then he put me on game. He was like, why not be cool with the dude who know all that? Like you find out about all these dudes who sitting out here like, man, fuck them gay dudes, man. We ain't tripping with them dudes, blah blah blah.
Be the most undercover.
Yeah, and then he hitting you up like Perk. And I know when he say Perk, and he dead, I'm like, no, don't say it ain't, don't say it's him. And so
That's how it is.
It's just like, a lot of my home and one of my best homeboys in college hit me up when they was making every HBCU they had, they be having them lists out, like who on the list, who the undercover brothers is. And one of my homeboys told me, he was like, bro, listen, they got all these people on here. He said, but and this is the exact word to me, Perk, as popular as you are, why aren't you on the list? And I was like, because I ain't did it. He was like,
why would you be on the list?
They ain't just putting people on the list to say they putting people on the list, bro.
For the hell of it.
Yeah. Quid, I want to say we want to thank you for bringing your shimmering curtains back, because
oh my gosh. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, it was bad
last week. You look like the 90s flat screen TV they had on the floor when you had to change the knob like this. Yeah, you was looking kind of. You was looking kind of.
It only had 7 channels.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And if you go, hey, look, in Florida, you can't go back. So if you go past the channel, you got to keep going.
God damn it. 49.
You got to put on the what is it, on the UF, and then do the controls at the bottom. That's
yeah.
You got to slow down.
Or you can open it and then you can kind of like try to dial in if you got that digital one when it came out before they went to the big one. You could dial the channels in, but the other one you had to turn that.
Slow down. Okay.
It's a wrap.
20.
Put it on the
25,
US
damn it.
and
Gotta
then
do
do
it
it at the bottom.
I
Yeah.
can't
you
stand
press the
y'all,
box.
bro.
Yeah. So Sue,
Or you
I
get
got,
a kid,
go ahead.
the kid holding the hanger in the back, so they
Trying to get that.
No, that's too hood. That's
Somebody
crazy.
in-
hold up. I got one more, Floyd. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You was that kid that turned to that channel where they was watching porn, and you had to look through the little thing, the little lines that was in there. I know I ain't the only one did it. Y'all can stop lying.
We had Cinemax, so I was good.
Kept going up.
Yeah, we had
We had Cinemax. I was good. I just had to turn the
what was
volume
it,
down.
channel 24?
It's 14 in Florida. It's 14 in Florida.
It's 24 in Louisiana.
They had that HBO late night.
That after what was it? After sex?
Hotel
Real sex.
Real sex. It was real sex.
Real sex was.
And then
Episode
Uncut.
17, Bex episode.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Hotel Paradise too.
What you
We not.
That's the one they went to.
You was watching Hotel.
That's the one they went to. Heaton in Jamaica had the black.
I was doing
black
what?
News Fest.
You was watching the one where they had the car wash and they had the play movie. It was like the 30-minute shows where the dude would leave the house and his wife would
y'all, honestly. Dude, I told you, porn does nothing for me. Like, honestly, quarantine is what brought out this person. Like, I'm not friendly with the pussy. Hey.
What up, niece?
She will walk in right when.
Okay. She can't hear us.
Nephew. Oh, okay.
Nephew,
okay.
Sorry. What up, nephew? Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Okay, so look.
No, I said it. It's a bunch of them. Watch. Come see, Quinn.
So
I got a bunch of them.
Okay,
they can't hear y'all though.
Are we supposed to say sir? Hey.
What's up, Fo? You good, Fo?
That's one of them. I got 10 altogether. Gotcha. All right, go play.
Go ahead, Cootie, because I gotta ask two questions.
Okay, so my thing about the TV, when you were saying about people being upset about the same sex on TV and stuff like that, I think it's to avoid that awkward conversation. Like, you don't want to have to address the facts of what's going on TV. But like I said, kids probably, if you don't teach them that, male, female, then they really don't know until they start learning about male, female. And I wanted to know, are we supposed to say sir to a woman? Because I'd be confused. I don't be knowing if I'm supposed to say sir or ma'am.
No, you say ma'am. I'd be laughing because, like, y'all know with the way my hair is when it's actually cut and having to wear a mask for the last year and a half, I go somewhere. It's like, can I help you, sir? I just bust out laughing. But I'm like, I know, or I'll just like speak first because I have this really low, like, I don't have a deep voice. So I would try to speak first before somebody could hey sir me because I already know what's coming. But I don't take offense to it. I've been, like I said, Star used to call me his little sister slash brother. So
I used to say you used to work security for baby.
I think you made everybody in the company more comfortable being around it. And the reason I say that because like when I came to Oklahoma, a couple dudes I met, at first, was trying to understand them. And they would come and talk to me about, their relationship. Like one dude, the first dude that talked to me about it, I didn't even know he was talking about another dude. Like no lie. Like I didn't even for the
gay people, they won't say pronouns. They'll say, let me tell you about this. And just start talking until they fill you out. Yep.
And so I'm sitting there for 2 months. I'm like, man, you probably need to do this, maybe y'all can go do this, blah, blah, blah. So then one day he was like, yeah, man, so my dude been tripping, man. I've been trying to, I had been telling you about it. And I'm like, hold on, wait, pause.
He ran it up on you.
Dude, the whole time? I'm just like, and then like he was so cool with it. Cause like another day he was talking to me about something, And so I looked at him and he was like, man, just go and say it. I was like, what you thought I was finna say? He was like, just go and say some gay ass shit. I'm like, look, bro, listen, you're not finna get me fired for saying you gay. You is not finna get me. He was like, nah, I'm cool with that. He was like, I'm straight with us having a conversation because you not judging me. He was like we don't even like the people that act like the dudes that act flamboyant. Like we don't even like them. Like if you just be you and you gonna be gay, cool, move on. Don't nobody care. But when you flamboyant and you do, yeah, like that rub. Them the only time I'm rubbed the wrong way when you just doing too much.
A lot of gay dudes are like that though. They'll date somebody that's flamboyant, but they don't really care for all that. Like me, I'll say like I'm real laid back, and like I think if y'all was to see me and my girlfriend together, y'all wouldn't even know that we were together, cause she just be chilling.
Exactly.
Well, that too.
You don't show any public affection.
What you said, Florida?
Sue says she's not good with public affection. Like her and her girl was in Mexico or Puerto Rico, and her girlfriend tried to hold hands. Sue was like, "Nah, sis."
Like we were, matter of fact, we were in the water, in the ocean.
Nah, boo, just
and
keep
she's trying to
walking.
grab my hand.
Like
and
Sue said, I'm gonna walk close to the street. You just walk on that side.
I'm getting better at it. I am. It's just one of them things.
Hold on. Before you answer that question, I got two questions. So, you and your girlfriend, I'm assuming she's the one gonna have the baby. Have you ever thought about having a baby?
That's her fiance, right?
A fiance.
Fiance, yes.
You proposed her?
Yeah.
She been saying fiance.
She said get married? Oh, I was confused.
No,
did you see? You haven't seen the video.
She's her fiance.
No, I ain't see the video, but you said we get. She still said, "Y'all, do you still want to marry me?" So I'm like,
"Do you still want to marry her?"
Ask somebody to get married.
I thought that was a conversation down the road. Like, yeah, I'm gonna marry you now. I ain't know.
Fiance, just go ahead on with fiance.
Okay, so would you ever be considered to get pregnant to have the baby?
I've never. Like, she's younger than me. And we've talked about it. Like, she told me now, like, we're not having kids because I'm mean. But if we were to have kids, that's on her. I never really wanted kids because I got a
question since you said that. So how does she get pregnant? Like, how are you gonna let her get pregnant?
What is it? In vitro?
Okay. Just wondering.
What is in vitro? Because I'm confused. Y'all be throwing out these
that's the same thing.
Like I know sperm bank.
Yeah, that's artificial insemination.
Turkey basting.
So from another dude, do y'all choose the dude?
No, if you do that, sometimes you can, but you know how like you can go and donate eggs and sperm and all that. It's like they take her eggs and it's weird, but we kind of touched on it.
Basically, like they impregnate the egg themselves with the sperm.
In the
and
lab?
then and then they would put it in her.
Why they do that? Why you can't just do it the old fashioned way?
They don't do penis no more.
That's why I was asking. That's why I was asking how is she gonna let her get pregnant?
They already using dildos. Just go ahead and use them.
I would say if that was something that she wanted, but I don't think that would be something that she wanted.
Okay, my last question, and the reason why I bring that. Oh, we get to the freak stuff later. I really wanted to get to this question. Well, I got another question, but the reason why I say that because a lot of women, when you do become gay, if you don't have a baby, is it something where you feel like everything about you, since you're not having a baby, dies when you die? Like if you have a baby, like your hair just get to continue on, your blood, not bloodline, because the blood comes from the father, but something of you is left in this world. And that's why I was like wondering why, like even when it comes to men too.
I know just me. I like I said, I got 13 great nieces and nephews. Like my legacy, so to speak. Those little, it's two of them here, but all those little boys are small behind me. So even if I don't have kids, those are my kids.
Gotcha.
And then, like I said, my ex, I'm still very, very much a part of baby girl's life. Yeah, I remember baby girl. Baby girl is 13, about to be 14.
Yeah, last time I seen her, she was little. So if I seen her now, I probably couldn't even recognize her.
She ain't little no more.
Well, let me say this then. Sue, so if you got some friends who need some sperm donors, me in Florida out here, we are available.
Sue.
Perk.
Uh-uh.
No, Perk.
No.
Perk. Ask her how many girls has she flipped.
There you go.
Sue.
Listen, you ain't gotta tell me. I already know.
Oh,
That ain't no question asking me about Sue. I know Sue.
Okay.
Listen, you heard what I just said, Sue. If you looking for some people, so if they looking for either light skin or dark skin, you got
tall
already.
No, Perk
With good
started
hair.
trying to get me to name names. He not.
No, I said name. I said number.
Don't name names. Don't even name number. Sue.
I told her.
I said number.
First of all, she got a fiance, Florida. It's on Care Podcast. This the BTS side. You gotta pay for this.
Man,
you can't get this free.
Okay, well, let's get past it. Okay, and then my last question, then Perk, Quiddy, y'all can have it. So, Sue, in the gay community, is there a bylaw or like
we at church?
This boy done went to
bylaw.
Is there a bylaw or a bounty? Or a bounty where the gay community does not talk about Luther Vandross being gay?
No.
Luther Vandross is gay.
We don't have confirmation on that, but
what you said, Sue? Luther Vandross gay?
I would say very much so. Luther, and to an extent, Whitney, very much so. Houston.
Man, our ratings just went up. Look at this.
Perk. Perk. Hold on. Shut up, Sue. Shut up, Quita. Perk. Luther Vandross, the #1 male singing artist at the time.
Yeah.
No scandals. No side chicks.
None.
No babies. No side babies. Think about that.
I don't care about that. That man can sing.
He at gay though. Like he wasn't very masculine.
They said so Tevin Campbell too?
No, I don't know about him.
Tevin Campbell had a girlfriend.
Man, girlfriend. See, y'all think about girlfriend. Girlfriend don't mean nothing.
But he never got married.
Married now, so they can make a perception look like it.
Luther never had a girlfriend. You heard it's like you heard stuff about Michael Jackson.
So
you never heard stuff about
we
Luther.
talking about Big Luther or Little Luther?
Both.
We'll take both.
Like if you ever read some of the behind the stuff about him that do come out, like him being a diva with In Vogue and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But he had a good family that kept his stuff under wraps. I'm actually surprised. Robin wrote that book about Whitney Houston. That was like
you kind of see Whitney. She was on cocaine.
I was just gonna say because my mom got a friend and she was like she used to do any and everything. So
Whitney.
She probably was sheltered all her life, so she just went out there and tried it.
Whitney was a church kid that got into modeling. Quita, you a church kid?
She was church daughter.
My daddy's a pastor.
My father is a pastor.
Excuse me.
What they say about the pastor kids?
Yes, Lord.
And Sue, I'm telling you now, it's all
okay. Sue, I haven't had a girl on girl experience. I'm not ready for that type of grownness. Okay, I'm not, and I can't eat no pussy. Like I'll be down there crying.
Lord, yet. She just ain't told her about it happening yet. But.
Look, we got to read a book on it. back in 2021.
Do you know how much money I would make on my OnlyFans if I would just invite a woman?
Hey, you already told me what you make for what you do now, so I know if you
exactly.
Look, they're gonna sue right now.
Hey, hold on, forget that though, Florida. Let me go to this real quick on Quita. Hold on, Sue. Listen, Florida, you need to get your money from Quita, bro. Cause you started this off and she don't want to give you your money. I'm gonna tell you because you my dog.
I'm waiting for it to hit a certain number so I can really sue.
I don't know what your percentage is, but if you tell me what your percentage is, I'm gonna tell you how much you get.
No, I'm waiting for it to get bigger so I can actually sue.
Oh, you can get a little money right now, bro. We need that. We need that gas money, and we need to get a couple of things again. So how much your percentage is?
Ain't number 13%.
He get tithes. No, he get more than what the Lord getting. Hell no.
You don't even giving no money to the Lord.
Quita, your OnlyFans be popping like that?
Bro, she got money though. She getting paid more than Star was getting paid to DJ.
Look, Sue. And the only reason I can tell you is because Quita my dog. The last episode, was it the last one or the episode before that one?
What she doing?
She was sitting in drawers that she was going to sell. Dude already paid the money and everything. She was just sitting in there during the podcast.
Perk seen the picture.
I seen the picture.
Well, I'll be
paid for him. Listen, took a picture.
You know, my fiance said she wanted to get an OnlyFans. I might tell her she needs to get one.
Hey man,
yo, he had the panties in his face like this.
I really think I want to be on a radio. I want to be a radio personality show. What y'all think?
I seen that.
Bro, listen.
Hey, I tried in the right market.
I got like 15 replies. Like, man, you should go do it.
Bro, listen. It's a lady. I thought I sent it to Quita, but I couldn't find her name. It's a lady who started a podcast. Just signed a deal with iHeartRadio. Now her podcast gonna come in the radio for $60 million. Because now the radio DJs, they pushing them out. These podcasts,
right? They doing podcasts and playing music.
$60 million.
I'll get, if I have time, I'll get on it just with y'all more. I just don't be having time.
Well, so what you be doing that you don't be having time? You be over there doing all this everything too?
No, I mean I got a regular job.
Me too. And I got a side hustle.
I got a million side hustles. I take pictures.
I'm be honest with you, Sue. You gotta right now, I think the way you going right now, throwing these parties, sooner or later, you have to walk away from that job, baby.
I will. I got expensive taste and a spoiled girlfriend.
I think you would gain more. Now, I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow. But I'm saying as you grow, you'll probably gain more because you'll be more free to do more things, dealing with it from not just dealing in your city, going back to Monroe, New Orleans, Dallas, Houston, shit like that. San Antonio.
You know, we already got a New Orleans market. Because I do both sides. Like we got the gay stuff that we be doing, which hopefully we can get that.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that. We got because with things opening back up, yeah, we gotta do some stuff.
Yeah, that party we did last year, in 2019, it was like a Essence Fest kickoff party. Mm-hmm. We did it at somebody's house. They had a saltwater pool. We had catered food, vegan and regular food, DJ, hookah, you can smoke. It was like a pool party.
I'm not even going front. I'll be the first promoter to see it. Gay parties be having everything in it.
It be well put together. Well put together.
Regular food. They got drinks. They got Diet Coke. Man, black people ain't got hookahs. Right?
They got hookahs.
I'm about to send you the videos from that.
She said the pool had salt water.
It was a saltwater pool. They had fish and everything.
That definitely ain't nobody black house.
It was. It's a black doctor in New Orleans.
Oh.
It's called the Marjorie Stoop. It's a big yellow house on the corner in the Bywater. My partner that I do the party with, their friends. And so I'm gonna send you some of the videos from it. But I take pictures. Fat be having me all over the world with him, taking pictures for the softball stuff. I do that on the side. Huh?
Are you getting paid for that?
Hey, don't be asking her. We record. You ain't gotta let him know.
Sometimes I do it just because it's the experience, but
taking pictures of the chitlin circuit and she ain't getting paid.
no, I get a little something.
On both of them because she ain't getting paid. She taking pictures of the chitlin circuit and she ain't getting paid. I better know that.
Oh man, Sue. Once again, thank you for getting on the Cab Podcast, man. Helping us celebrate Pride Month. We don't know nothing about it, so we want you on. Tell your cousin we would love to have him on. Real talk, just to have a conversation, just to get
I
a
need
little
you
more.
to act right if I get him on.
Hold up.
No, listen. Here's the thing about acting right. I want to treat him like a human. I don't want to treat him like an asshole. So if he come on with that, I'm gonna treat him like an asshole. So if he go left, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, my man."
We just gonna cut it short. We ain't even going because we not getting canceled. They canceling. They trying to do they canceling cater to you. We not doing it.
Both of them, Sue. Don't do it, Sue. Let it ride.
Sue,
no.
Come on. If he gonna act like a regular person where we can talk, I'm with it. But if he gonna act like, well, listen, boo, you gotta excuse me, my man. We can go ahead and end this right now.
Nah, my cousin is real intelligent.
That's my only thing. Like that go for anybody. Like if we can't talk like human beings, because one, I don't agree with the lifestyle, but don't mean I gotta treat you like shit. I can still treat you like a human being. If you're not gonna act like a human being, then I'm gonna just be my asshole ways. So if he
I have a question with that.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
So
I'm just
I always have this ongoing question with that. So because a lot of people, I know y'all know Cupid. Me and his brother Sean went to college together. And we have this beef with each other because he made this post one day saying, what did he say? He don't agree with gay people, but he loves gay people. And I was like, well, how can you not agree with somebody and how they live their lives when that's a part of them?
So he said, I don't agree with gay people, but
he loves them.
Easy. It's like you just don't agree with their life, but that means you ain't got it. Basically, I might not agree with your lifestyle, but I don't mean I got to treat you like shit.
No.
Right. But his lifestyle is what makes him who he is.
No. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying, what I get from what he's saying is, and a lot of people say this too, though, is I might not agree with your lifestyle, but like the people that are LGBT community, they are like honest people. Like there's really like not a lot of drama with them. Like you know who they are, you know what they're about. They don't come with a lot of baggage. The ones who have all of the drama and the flamboyantness, yes. But like your everyday LGBT community person, they don't. They just straight up honest with you. They're gonna keep it 100. And when I say they're gonna keep it 100, they're gonna give you the raw, unfiltered 100, what you do not like. And that's true. People do like. They don't like the choices that they have made.
So like I think I'm realizing more people don't really have a problem with gay people in general. They have a problem with flamboyant gay males.
Yeah, they do the most. Like, bro,
they loud.
We understand it. Okay, the Tinkerbells and the Fairy. Oh, you gay. What you want us to throw you a party? Do you?
Pride month. What you got to say, Queen? So I guess
I'm not gonna let him repeat that. He's not gonna repeat that.
What?
So taking that logic, I can say I don't like hood rats because they loud, right?
We don't like them either.
No, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I get it to a certain extent. I just feel like you can't separate sue the lesbian and sue the person because it's one person. So I can't take the flamboyant person and separate him from him, the person, because a part of him being flamboyant is a part of him. Like, you never know. That person might be more flamboyant because they've been sheltered for the first 25 years of their life and they feel like I can finally be myself. And then 5-6 years from now, you might meet that person again and they act a completely different way, but they still gay. So that's why I always tell people, like, gay people, Black people too, we always have to turn down our comfort level to make other people comfortable? Why do we always have to be uncomfortable for everybody else to be comfortable? So why should a flamboyant person have to turn down their flamboyance to make you feel comfortable? Not saying you not, but that's just how I look at it. Because just like with me, like I don't like to get dressed up. You'll probably never see me in a dress. I really do need a haircut. But you gonna see me in some jeans in the men's section and not in the women's section. Like why would I have to make myself uncomfortable and dress how somebody wants me to dress to make them feel comfortable? That makes sense? Like, and I learned that the hard way with a job. I used to work at Rainbow. Who didn't laugh? But
Makes sense.
At the time I would wear like these little button down, like the little 3 button down shirts and like some jeans or something like that. But the girly version to try to not bring that much attention to myself. And then somebody started working there and told my manager that I was gay. They hired somebody else and she had a meeting and was like telling them about sexual harassment. And they were like, why would we have to worry about sexual harassment? And it's all females. And she was like, well, you got to worry about the females too. Not realizing that one of those people in that car, in that new hire was somebody that was close to me. And I got pulled to the side and she told me, but I'm like, how would she know when, I'm trying to fit in this box to not stir the table. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I look at most flamboyant people like they've been in this box for so long and they out. And they might not even act like that all the time. You might just see them act like that in the club setting or just out with friends or something like that. Because that might be the only time that they can really feel like themselves. That's why I said earlier, like, I can never change anybody's opinion about how they feel about gay people in general, but I can try to educate for you to get a better idea of why. And I can't even speak for all, but I know like the people in my circle, why they act or why we act the way we act. Like, I just be chilling. But
my thing is, you got to answer for your own stuff. I don't care. We all been
that part.
But some people are like, man, it's a sin or whatever. And I'm like, we all sinning. We all doing some kind of sin that's wrong. We all gonna go to hell for it. We all got to answer for it. So if that make you happy, go do you.
Do what make you happy.
Don't bring that over here with me and my people. All the extraness. I mean, that's why I said, Sue, to me, when Sue came around, Sue kind of opened up everybody in our company eyes. Because before it was a little different. But when Sue came in, the way she came into the company and just her conversation, and then this knucklehead over here talking a lot of noise, then it was kind of like, oh, okay, like it ain't like bad as people make it seem.
Cool. Like, I was chilling. But yeah. I can't say I hung out with the boys more than I hung out with the girls. Well, I was always with y'all and Star. I didn't really like.
We didn't have that many when you first came, though.
Huh?
We didn't have that many girls when you first came.
No, I was what? Taryn. I mean, me and Dynasty got real cool. Me and Taryn we got cool because of the club. And then me and
Dynasty?
Nah, man. Dynasty forever to hold me. I still gotta send her shirts, matter of fact.
Hey, I got your shirts too, partner.
Mine are Florida.
Yeah, thank God.
I'm gonna whip Josh ass because I'm still trying to figure out what possessed him to send an extra small shirt.
I had him for like a month.
No, he sent me an extra small shirt, some extra small.
You know why he sent you that? He sent you that because your name was on there twice, and instead of him calling you to ask you, he just was like, "Well, I think she got." I said, "Dog, did you really think about Sue? Like, you thought surgery or something? Like, come on."
And it's not even like on some clown stuff. Like, dude, where would I ever fit a small?
Like, Sue beat him up, then flip him.
But you know what?
Sue, thank you for getting on the Cal podcast. Tell your cousin we would love to have him on.
You got something, Quita?
What a burger.
I was going to answer that question. So Sue, we got a long going question on the Cal podcast. Who got the best pancakes, Cracker Barrel or Whataburger?
I've never ate at Cracker Barrel, and
Oh,
I didn't
go
even
ahead and
know
cut the camera
Whataburger.
off. Cut the
I didn't know
camera off.
Whataburger sold pancakes. Quita, I'm from the country. They got a spot 5 minutes from my house that serves fresh breakfast every day in the hood. You would never see me, and I think the closest Whataburger is like 45 minutes away.
Well, you need to find out.
Have you had the pancakes at Whataburger?
She said she never knew Whataburger had pancakes. So.
Everybody says that.
Nobody knows. So it's okay.
If they don't know,
listen.
They haven't tasted.
When you get a chance, by chance, try the pancakes at Whataburger.
Okay.
Order some pancakes from Cracker Barrel with the warm syrup and try them and see which one tastes the best. That's all.
I'm gonna try that. I'm off for the next couple of days, so I'm gonna see if I can.
They're both really good. The pancakes at Cracker Barrel are more like flapjacks.
Mm-hmm.
The ones at
Whataburger. Honestly, I'm more of a French toast person.
I love French toast too. I'm a bread eater, so I love French toast. But I'm a person that don't like my food to touch. So like I'm not doing all that strawberry and cherry. No, ma'am. Just give me syrup and I'm good.
I was about to say you do dry pancakes, but no, okay.
Just syrup. Like, I don't like the syrup. I mean the strawberry and like cherry stuff. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah. If y'all watch the weather, please send some prayers that the bayou don't flood behind my house.
No, it is. It is. I'm just going to let you know now. It is. Louisiana, when it comes to weather, when it comes to rain and Louisiana, they don't go together. I don't know who built Louisiana, but they did a terrible job.
This is the bayou, and this is my house. And the bayou is like this high.
Yeah, so go ahead and move. But Sue, give me your IGs. If you got anything you want to promote, parties, this is the time to do it. The floor is yours.
All right, so let me pull up this Instagram.
Go ahead and do that so we can talk about strap-ons.
Yeah, okay. We get to Quita after dark.
All right, I got you, Quita. So first up, June 25th, next Friday, if you guys are in Lafayette, we have a party. It's called Daisy Dukes. My homie Famous Killer Key, the infamous Killer Key, we got that. And then the 26th is Nothing But Ass in Baton Rouge at Capitol Park, BR. It's food, drinks, hookah.
Food, drinks, hookah, and Nothing But Ass. Come on.
Hey, you need to send me this stuff. So I can be posting it on my Snap.
And then July 10th, we got Asian Doll. Hopefully she come up because she didn't show up for the Baton Rouge show. And then, got the pictures going. My Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat is all Suwu. That's SUEW, 3 O's and an E. Okay. Like I said, happy birthday, Moni. Happy birthday, Black. Happy late birthday, Star. Princess. It's a whole bunch of y'all. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till Quita to ask some questions about that. But once again, this is the Cal podcast. That's Quita. Perk was on. Like I say, like what I was gonna do, we're gonna get better. We're gonna do better. Hold on, let me do this first. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. It is a national holiday, and also happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the world. I know y'all don't get the recognition that you should, but we're gonna recognize all the fathers. Apologize to Quita because we were supposed to do Father's Day episode. We're gonna do one, but it's just gonna be after.
I'll take Sue. She's close enough to being a father.
Yeah. Oh, and the reason, and for those that don't know, the reason why we got Sue on because we wanted her to be part of Pride Month. Because we don't know what we don't know, but somebody who is in the community know more than us. So with that being said, thank you, Sue, for getting on to the Cal podcast, and y'all have a good night.
No problem.
Bitch, I'm a man. Dumb hoe said I ain't grand. Had it from the dirt like sand.
G14 classified. That's good.
DJ Star.
Hello world. HSENT, you know how we do.